So now we are done with the Vue project. So next we need to move to the React. So I have already created a new React application. So try to create your own. So just use Vite. So you can create a new application. So I have already done this step. So I give it a name, which is React, and I have chosen JavaScript, and here so we install the packages that we need, which are, so we will use the React Toastify for showing the toast notifications. This is the package, and we will use also Axios for calling our API. Okay, so this is the two packages that we need. So first create your React application, and next install the packages, two packages. Okay, so as I told you, so we will use the React Toastify to display the toast notifications. So I have already installed the package. So all you need to do is to import the toast container and use it inside. So let's check here. So let's remove first files that we don't need. So we don't need CSS. Also for the index, we'll add our style or our styles later. What else we need? So let's check the main.js. So here, let's check the app.js. So here we can remove everything and add only our components. For now, let's first, as I told you, move to the main.js. So let's here import the toast container, so we can use toast notification. And what else we need? So let's go back. So we need to add the components. So let's add components here. So inside our toast, not inside our toast, but inside our strict mode. And here we can remove strict mode and add div with a class. So let's give it class container, and let's remove this comma from here. And what else? So let's remove this strict mode and save. So now we have our main.js. Let's go to our app. So here we can add for now only structure or default structure of the components. And let's now start adding our components that we need. So the first one is the home. So let's add here inside src components folder, and inside we need a home.jsx. And here we can do the same thing for now. So let's add just default structure. And now inside the home page, so like we have done in our view, so we need first, so let's first add form. So we need to add form, which is the compression level, the format, and the width. And later we add the drag and drop zone, and we add also the button. So we have already done these steps. So we'll only copy and paste from our view components, and later we add the code so we can compress the image. So let's add another folder here. Let's call it partials, and inside partials, so let's start with form inputs.jsx. And here inside this component, as I told you, so we need the forms. So let's remove this from here. So we need forms. We can, as I told you, copy from what we have done, because we have already done these steps. So if we copy, so it's okay. So let's copy the form from here. So we need section with class. Let's paste here. So what we need to do now, let's organize first we need to organize our code. And next we need to change the class that we have to class name. So we have the class name. The first one is controls. So here the compression level. So the input type will be the same. So all we need to do is to close input tag. So here we have select, and same thing for do it. So now we have our form. So next what we need to do, so we need now to go back to our home.jsx. So here we need to define a new variable. Let's call it file info and set file info. So the variable which is file info, so it will take the initial state. So like we have done when we created the view project. So like we have done here. So let's go to the top. So here we have the initial state. So we can do, or the initial image state. So we can do the same thing. Let's go back to our home.jsx. So we can add initial image state. So here it takes the file selected null, the image URL. So here here inside the React we will not use the image URL, but we need the file selected, format, quality, and do it. Okay, and all we need now is to give the initial image state to the file info. Now the file info has the initial image state. Okay, so now what we need to do, so let's import the form inputs components, and we need to send the file info. So let's give it the file info, and file info will be file info that we have defined. And also we need set file info, so we can set the file info properties. Okay, so where is it? So set file info. Now we have file info and set file info. Let's go back again to our form input. So here we receive the file info and set file info. So now, as I told you, we have the file info and set file info. All we need to do is to change from chosen image to the file info quality, and here we need only one curly braces. Okay, so for the compression level, next we need to keep the same thing here. So named ID, the min and max, and here we need to change the v model to the value, and value here will be, so let's remove the double cuts and change it to file info dot quality. And we need also the on change. So once the user choose compression level, so we need to call set file info, and when we call set file info, we need to get prev, which is the previous values, and we can now change or keep the previous values and change only the quality. Okay, we are changing only the quality, and we give it e.target.value. So here we are getting the previous values, which are not for our home.view, but for home.jsx, which are the initial image states that we have here. So we get all the previous values, and we change only the quality, and we give it the quality that the user has chosen. Okay, so next we need to do the same thing for the other fields. So here we have select, so we choose the WebP, the JPG or PNG. So here selects, we need to do the same thing. Let's remove the V model and change it here to format, and also here to format. Okay, Next, what we have do it. Do it, it's the same thing. Let's change it. So let's keep it placeholder and remove the v model. So let's use here, so do width, and same thing here. So we are changing the width. Okay, so save. So now we are done. So let's go back to our browser. So I think I did not start the server for the React, so I am starting the server only for the Vue. Let's start the server also for the React and see what we have inside our home page. So let's move to the home page and see. So for now we have only app. Let's change the content of the app.jsx and import the home component. So home components. So it's not imported. Let's try again. So now it's imported. So let's take a look. So as you can see, we have now our input fields, and as you can see, when we change the compression level, so it changes. Okay. So now we have done with the first step, which is the input fields. So next, let's go to the drop zone. So this part, so we need also to display the drop zone and handle when the user drops file or when he clicks and chooses file. So we need to handle these two actions. Okay. So let's do that now.